Well, it's always around this time of the week we give you the latest and what's going on in the cosmos. And I'll just give you a little hint today. We're going to be talking about not a meteor shower, but a meteor sprinkle, amongst other things. What's the latest in space news? And of course, we are joined, as always, by the night sky guy, Andrew Fazekas. Welcome once again to the program.
Well, hi, Chris. Nice to be with you.
Well, as always, Andrew, now I mentioned the meteor sprinkle. We'll get to that in a moment, but there's something else here. I think most of us have heard of Pegasus, perhaps, but you're going to talk a little more about Pegasus, not the creature, but what's going on in the sky.
That's right. Well, you know, there's always a landmark constellation every season, and for the autumn season, Pegasus, the winged horse, is really the dominant one and is easily seen throughout the fall season. Now, if you basically face towards the southeastern sky, any time during the month of November, you'll see four stars that form a shape of a diamond or a square on its side. And it's called the Great Square of Pegasus. And this marks actually the chest area of the winged horse, this mythical Greek mythological character. And you can see the tracing outline of the rest of the constellation. Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind, you only see the top half of the horse. I guess the Greeks ran out of space in the sky. They only had room enough for the top half of the horse. And you can see the chest area even in suburban skies. So even in light-polluted areas, you can make out those four stars. And that's a great starting point to learning this constellation. And it's a huge one, by the way. It's the seventh largest constellation in the entire sky, and it can swallow up more than 30 full moons side by side. That's how big this chunk of real estate is in the sky. Now, what's really interesting is that lying roughly halfway, just outside the line between the top and right corner stars, is a very ordinary-looking star. It's called 51 Pegasi. You can pick that off with the naked eye in a dark sky, and with a pair of binoculars from your backyard, you can see it. What's special about it is that on October 6, 1995, astronomers made this amazing announcement that there is a planet around it. And what's cool about this is that this star, 51 Pegasi, is a sun-like star. It could be the twin of our sun. And so when they found this planet for the first time around a sun-like star, it was big news back in 95. Now there's over 400 planets we know of outside of the solar system, but this was one of the first. And it's twice the size of Jupiter, and it orbits its sun in 4 days, so it's a really hot place.
Oh, thank you very much, Andrew. All right, now we mentioned also about a meteor. Of course, we had the meteor showers, as always, generates lots of excitement, but you're calling this one more of a meteor sprinkle. Can you explain on that?
That's right. Well, usually when we talk about showers, we're talking about large numbers of meteors. This is a very modest shower. I like to call it a sprinkle because there's going to be about 5 to 10 meteors per hour. That's every night until next week, Tuesday, that this shower exists. So you have plenty of nights to go out. After 11 o'clock is the best time. Look towards the east, towards the constellation Taurus. That's where it gets its name, the Taurids. And even though they're very modest in numbers, they're very bright fireballs. A lot of them tend to be bright fireballs and slow-moving, so they're easy to catch, even from suburban skies. And I've been getting already reports the last few days that people have been seeing a lot of fireballs in southern Ontario. And, of course, that was big news a few weeks back, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Oh, absolutely. In fact, our storm line lit up very much like that, the sky, too, as well. Finally, Andrew, what is new in space news? Well,
big news comes from the Cassini spacecraft that's whirling around Saturn. It took striking new photos of water vapor geysers. It's sort of the celestial version of Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park. And this geyser basically blew out what the scientists think a lot of water ice. So Cassini took pictures just this past Monday, and you can see it here. The plume's rising about 400 kilometers out into space, and the spacecraft actually whizzed right through that plume. And they're hoping that the data from that spacecraft will show that this is rich with water ice, which may mean that they're underneath a thick layer of ice on this moon, Enceladus, there is an actual ocean of water, liquid water, something really cool.
Andrew, I got to tell you, I feel like we're like on the cusp of something. Well, I shouldn't say cusp. Like every week, it seems like there's more and more fascinating and very exciting news.
It is. There's wonders of the universe every week, I guarantee you.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much. And if anyone has any questions, your website?
thenightskyguide.com.
All right. Andrew, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. We will talk to you again next Friday. And for you as well, we say have a great weekend. Your local forecast is coming up.